Hello everybody. Again I Lakshmi Negi with you to explain you NCERT class 9th math 2.4 exercise question number 4th onward. Now see that in question number 4th we have to factorize these 4 questions. So in these 4 questions these are the quadratic equations, so we have to solve with the help of the splitting middle term. So if you are forgetting the splitting middle term, you have already done these type of question in class 8th also. So we will, first what we will do, first we will multiply 12 to 1. So 12 1 12 is there. Now we have to do the factors of 12 in such a way that the sum of these two factors should be equal to 7, or the subtraction should be equal to 7. Since we know that 6 2 are 12, but we know that 6 plus 2 is 8, and 6 plus 2 is 8, and 6 minus 2 is 4. So it does not satisfy its condition. So we have to take the another factor. So 12, we can say that 4 3 are 12. 4 into 3 is equal to 7. It is satisfying the condition. So in the place of 7 we will write 4 plus 3. So see how will we solve it. It's 12x square minus 7x plus 1. So equal to 12x square minus, in place of 7 we will write 4 plus 3x plus 1. Now 12x square minus 4x, and there is a negative sign outside, so it will be minus 3x plus 1. Now we will take common among these two. The common is coming 4x. So what will be the remainder? It will be 3x minus 1. Similarly, in the second, you can see that there is no common, so we will take 1. So we will write 3x minus 1. Because there is negative sign, the sign will be changed. Now in these two factors, we will take common as 3x plus minus 1. So if we will take 3x minus 1, what will be the remaining? Remaining part will be 4x minus 1. So we will solve it like this. Similarly, we will solve the next questions. See, I will explain you. Similarly, in question number 2, you can see that 2x square plus 7x plus 3. So 2 3 ja 6, and we will do the factor of 6 in such a way that it become 7. So these are 6 1 ja 6. So in place of 7 we will write 6 plus 1. So you can see that I have written 6 plus 1, it is already solved there. 6 plus 1 x. Now we will multiply x inside, it will be 6x and x plus 3. Now we will take 2 the pair of the numbers together, and we will take common, and we can see that inside the bracket the same thing is coming. So again we will take x minus x plus 3 among these two terms. So it will be x plus 3 will be common, and remaining part will be 2x plus 1. Similarly, it will be tough to explain each and every part. You can see that the solution in this part and this part you have to do yourself. Now we will move to the next. Now in question number 5, you can see that we have to factorize these all the parts, and you can see that these all parts are cubic equation because the power is 3. So cubic equation, these cubic equation cannot be solved like the previous one, the direct. We cannot split it direct. So we have to follow some process for that. So see how we will solve it. First, you can see that I have written the cubic equation there. So in this cubic equation, first we have to put some value of x in such a way that the answer should come 0. You can put x equal to 1. If the answer is not coming 0, then you can put minus 1, then you can put 2, then minus 2. Whatever the value for which it is coming 0, you have to find out that. But these all checking part you will do in the rough copy. Now I have put x equal to 1 in this equation. You can see that at all the places of x I have written 1 1 1. Then I solve it, and finally I get 0. So I can say that x equal to 1, that means 1 will be shifted here, x minus 1 equal to 0. That means x minus 1 is the factor of this polynomial. This is the one part of this question. First we have to find out this is the factor of this. That means if it is the factor of this, I told you earlier also, if you remember that if 2 is the factor of 6, that means 2 will directly divide it 2 3 ja 6, that means the remainder coming 0. Similarly, this is the factor of this, that means when I will divide this by this number, then the remainder will be 0. So see the division part, and this is the very important part which you have to learn, because this is the first time you are learning all these things, you are solving such. So how will you divide one polynomial by other? So first we will see that in the first polynomial you can see that the power is 1, and here in x the power is 3. That means we have to multiply x to such a number that it comes x cube. What is the number by which x will be multiplied to get x cube? It is x square, and x square will multiply both of the numbers, this and this. So see, x square will multiply to x, it will come x cube. X square will multiply to -1, it will come minus x square. Now the second part is you have to subtract it. Subtract it. In the subtraction you can see that the sign become change. It will be minus, it will be plus. This is minus, this is plus, this is minus, it will cancel to each other, and you can see that it is negative sign and it is positive sign. When we subtract it, the answer will come minus x square. Now the another part of this question, we have to write it down, minus x. Now again the same process, we will multiply x to by which number? We will get minus x square. We get minus x square. So by which number we have to multiply it? First I need minus, so I will write minus here. Then x square. Why? Which number we will multiply it? By x. Then x will multiply to x. It will become minus x square. And similarly minus x will multiply to -1. It become plus x. Again you will see that when we will subtract it, the sign will be changed, it will be positive, it will be minus, it will cancel to each other, and both are negative, therefore these will add and it become minus 2x. Now again we will write 2 down, so we will write it plus 2. Now we again multiply x by such a number to get minus 2x. You can see that first I required minus, so I will write minus 2 here, minus 2. Then we will multiply x by minus 2, we will find out minus 2x, and minus 2 will multiply to 1, we will get plus 2. Now again we will subtract it, and it will be plus, it will be minus, these will cancel each other, and you can see that the remainder is 0. Now this is the first part of that question, and this is the second part of this question. Now what is the third part? So for that you have to see this. You can see that when 6 is divided by 2, it is coming 3 here. That's mean if you required 6, you can multiply 2 and 3 together. That's mean if you required 6, you can write it 2 into 3. Similarly, if you required this one, so you have to multiply these two. This equal to this into this. This I have done already. You can see that there. So what we will do? You can see that after this process, this equal to this multiplied by this. So this whole number is equal to x minus 1 multiplied by x square minus x plus minus 2. By the another process you know very well, by splitting middle term we will solve it. We will factorize 2 in such a way that we get 1. 2 1 ja 2. 2 minus 1 equal to 1. So in the place of 1 I can write 2 minus 1. By x I will multiply here, it will minus 2x and it will be plus x. And again I will take the pair of these two and I will take common x here, and it is coming minus x minus 2, and there is no common, I will write plus 1 x minus 2 again, and in these two terms the x minus 2 is coming common, then the x plus 1 will be remaining. So this is the final part of this question. You can see that there are the 3 parts. The first part, you will substitute some value. For that the answer should become 0. That's mean x minus 1 is the factor of this polynomial, and by this factor we will divide the polynomial. Then you can see that in the next part you can see that this dividend equal to divisor into quotient, and we solve this quotient by the splitting middle term, and this is the final answer of this question. Okay, now I will show you the next questions one by one. So you can see in the next part, this is the next part, and in this next part you can see that we have put the value x equal to minus 1 and we substitute it, and the answer is coming 0. Hence x plus 1 is the factor of this polynomial. Then by this polynomial, this we will divide the question. So we will divide it, and then you can see that we have divided it with the help of this factor, and at the last you can see that the answer is, the remainder is coming 0. Now the further you know that dividend equal to divisor into quotient. In next process, this equal to this multiplied by this. So you can see that next part, the dividend equal to divisor into quotient, and again we have solved it with the help of splitting middle term. Similarly, for the next question, you will see that in this third question, we have substituted x equal to -1 and the answer is coming 0. Therefore, -1 will be shift here and the answer will be +1. Hence, x plus 1 is the factor of this polynomial, and we will divide this polynomial by x plus 1. And again you will see that the remainder will come 0, and the remainder will come 0, and again dividend equal to divisor into quotient, and again we will solve with the help of splitting middle term. Similarly, in the next question, we will substitute y is equal to 1 and the answer will come 0, and we will divide it by y minus 1, and again this will be the quotient, and the similar process we will follow, and finally by splitting middle term we will solve it, and this is the last question of this exercise. Thank you very much. For the last exercise, first you should learn all these identities. Learn all these identities before going in the last exercise. You should learn also, and you have to solve these also. You should prove these also. First I am proving for you x plus y square. You can write it like x plus y and x plus y in another bracket. Now you will multiply x by both of the numbers, then y by both of the numbers. So you will find out x square plus xy plus y, you will multiply it by x, then xy plus y square. So this is the final answer, x square plus 2xy plus y square. Why I am just explaining you? Because you should understand that how can you prove all these identities. But in the third identity, you will solve the right hand side. You will just multiply these two, then you will get the left hand side. Similarly, but in the fourth, you will multiply the left hand side. Now moving to the next identities, you can see the next identities. It is mentioned in the question. This is the fifth identity. You can see that it's x plus y plus z square equal to x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. The same process you will follow, x plus y plus z in a bracket and x plus y plus z in a bracket, and then you will multiply x by all the numbers, y by all the numbers, z by all the numbers, and then you will find out the answer. Now move to the next identity. So these are the next identity, x plus y whole cube equal to this and x minus y whole cube equal to this. In this you will multiply x plus y and x plus y 3 times. First you will multiply these two, and whatever the answer will come, you will multiply by the next x plus y and you will get the answer. These two. Now move to the next identity. These all identity we will use in the questions. Now this is the last identity of this exercise. This one, x cube plus y cube plus z cube equal to this one. But in this question, this is the proof. We have to prove this also in the question. But if you want to prove this identity, you have to multiply the right hand side. You will multiply this whole, the big bracket, by x first, then y first, then just z first, then the z. You will get that answer. And these are the all identities. Even you can learn these two identities. Whenever you are writing all these identities before solving this exercise, you have to write all these identities above, and you have to write these two more identities also in your fair copy. Then we will solve the exercise.